Everybody on social media makes travel nursing look like an Instagram reel. Beach photos, huge paychecks, total freedom. Nobody shows you the empty apartment in a strange city on week 1, or the contract that got canceled 2 weeks in. So today, let's build a real framework for deciding if travel nursing is actually right for you right now. Welcome back to Nursing Matters. I'm Christina, and I've talked to hundreds of travelers over the years, the ones who thrived and the ones who came home early and completely burned out. Let's figure out what actually separates them. The travel nursing market has cooled quite a bit from its 2021 to 2022 peak, back when crisis pay was making headlines and contracts paid 2-3 times what staff nurses made. Rates have normalized closer to pre-pandemic levels in most specialties now, though they still run meaningfully higher than staff pay in high-demand specialties like ICU, ER, and OR, and in the regions that are historically hard to staff. Agencies are also more selective these days. They want travelers with strong, recent experience in their specialty, not generalists just hoping to break in. So that matters for how you time this and how you build your resume before you ever call an agency. All right, let's build the framework together. Question 1. Do you have at least 1 to 2 years of solid, recent experience in the specialty you want to travel in? Agencies and facilities want travelers who can walk onto a unit and function independently within days, minimal orientation needed. If you're newer than that, travel nursing is a great goal, just not your very next move. Build the runway first. Question 2. What's actually pulling you toward this? The money, the adventure, or the escape? All three are valid, honestly, but they lead you to different decisions. If it's pure escape from a toxic unit, travel can absolutely work. Just know you're solving a location problem, not necessarily a career problem. And toxicity has a funny way of following you if you haven't dealt with the underlying pattern of what you tolerate at work. Question 3. What does your financial picture actually look like? Travel pay is usually a blend of a lower taxable hourly rate plus non-tax stipends for housing, meals, travel. Totally legitimate, can be really lucrative, but it only works cleanly if you're maintaining a genuine tax home, meaning an actual permanent residence you're paying to keep up somewhere else. If you don't have that, or you're vague about it, you can end up with a real tax problem down the line. Worth a conversation with a tax pro who specializes in travelers before you sign anything, not after. Question 4. How do you handle instability? Because contracts get canceled, units get short-staffed in ways nobody disclosed up front. Housing falls through sometimes. The travelers who thrive treat this stuff as logistics to solve, not crises that derail them. If uncertainty spikes your anxiety more than your adrenaline, staff nursing with some strategic PRN shifts on the side might get you similar financial upside with a lot less chaos. Question 5. What's your exit plan? The best travelers I know go in with a number in mind, a savings goal, a number of contracts, a time frame. Not an open-ended, I'll travel until I don't want to anymore. Open-ended plans are how people end up feeling rootless 3 years later, not sure how to explain the gap to a future employer. So run through these 5 honestly. If you finish that list still excited, not just curious, that's usually your answer. If you finish it feeling more anxious than energized, that's information too. And it's not failure. It just might mean your next right move is building tenure where you are first. Whichever path you land on, our facility directory on rnnet.org lets you research employers before you commit. Real facility profiles our community can review, so you're not walking into a contract or a permanent role blind. Sit down this week and actually answer those 5 questions on paper. Not in your head, on paper. You'll be surprised how different the clarity feels once it's actually written out. All right, you guys, that's it for today's episode. If you found value in this episode, please like and subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. I'd really appreciate it if you'd share this episode with one friend who is considering travel nursing. Remember, keep showing up because nursing matters. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Nursing Matters Daily Dose. Are you interested in more career resources? Then hop on over to the RN Network at rnnet.org. Also, while you're at it, hit that like and subscribe button and share this episode with one nurse who really needs to hear it. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.